was nobody better than us. The problem was just about everybody outranked us. And the really sad thing is we weren't even airmen yet. We started as Army, but we were different. The road in front of us was a runway. We were all about the future. We were young. So the future most of us were concerned about was our own. That's how it is when you start out. What's next for me? How do I get promoted? Where am I going? What do I do? What the Air Force wants you to do is lead. If you're an airman basic, lead yourself. From airman all the way up to chief. Look at that insignia on your uniform. Those aren't stripes and chevrons. They're wings to learn with, arrows to keep you pointed in the right direction, and stars to reach for. Aim high. If you're doing it right, you're constantly becoming a better version of you. The funny thing is, the better you get, the more you learn about yourself, the more you find out it's not about you. Rank is not a reward, it's a challenge. Those marks don't show how far you've come. They show how many more airmen you get to take with you. Wingmen, leaders, warriors. That's who we are. A lot of people try to tell civilians that being in the Air Force is a lot like a job in the real world. The world doesn't get any more real than this. We took an oath to our country. We're airmen. You might be a logistics expert in the Air Force, but you're an airman first. You're not just an intelligence analyst. You're an airman. You're not working at a place called the Air Force while you get a degree. You are an airman. Doesn't matter if you're an A1C, Tech Sergeant, or Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. We're airmen. We lead the way by showing the way. We earn respect because we've been there. And when we're suddenly supervisors, we take care of our people because we've been there. Officers are required to be leaders. Enlisted are expected to be leaders. There are plenty of people who outrank us. There is nobody better than us. We are the future of this Air Force. And the future is where we'll make history. Aim high, airmen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's promotion ceremony. We hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and we thank you for taking the time to celebrate this milestone with us today. As a reminder, during the playing of the national anthem, military members should sit at attention, and our civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. Good morning. I'm HM2 Robert Carpenter, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the promotion ceremony of Technical Sergeant Keenan Dickens. Before we recognize our outstanding airmen, we would like to thank all of those in attendance. Please help me welcome our military leadership, Lieutenant Khavrutskii, Technical Sergeant Howard, Dr. Green, Mr. Ruiz. and also our George Mason academic leadership team, Dr. Fox and Dr. Hermosa, as well as other distinguished guests. Welcome. Although our nation finds itself in troubled times, we must not neglect our proud traditions. Indeed, now more than ever, it is vital to uphold these values and to express our pride in our fellow soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Today, we mark a pivotal step in the career of any enlisted person, the transition to senior non-commissioned officer. In the Navy, it is said that it's the skipper's ship, but the chiefs make it run. I have no doubt that it's the same in the Air Force. The positions occupied by senior non-commissioned officers are irreplaceable, necessary billets, capable of being filled only by seasoned airmen, men and women of maturity, level-headedness, and dedication to their people. Senior NCOs of the Air Force lead the enlisted force in the employment of air and space power in support of U.S. national security objectives. They are adaptable, able to operate critically, strategically, and jointly in complex and ambiguous environments. The senior NCO is a paragon of the traits our armed forces require of its enlisted members. They are the model for all junior airmen to emulate. Enlisted insignia has changed much over the decades, but what remains the same is the outstanding character of the airmen that proudly wear them and the extraordinary work they accomplish. During today's ceremony, in keeping with tradition, the promotee's stripes shall be ceremoniously tacked on by family members or by members who have worn or are wearing the rank. Promoting to the rank of Master Sergeant is Technical Sergeant Keenan Dickens. Sergeant Dickens is a member of the Enlisted to Medical Degree Preparatory Program through Uniformed Services University in Bethesda, Maryland. It is no surprise that the traits which mark Technical Sergeant Dickens as ready to adopt the duties and responsibilities of a senior NCO were recognized by USU and played an outsized role in his selection to this prestigious program. Assisting with the tacking on of his new rank are his children and wife, Michelle. We will now recognize Master Sergeant Dickens entering the senior non-commissioned officer ranks. Sergeant First Class Chandler Merrell, please read the senior NCO charge.
In the United States of America, Master Sergeants join an elite group, a select group of senior non-commissioned officers commonly referred to as the top three. In recognition of your promotion, the Master Sergeant chevrons you wear clearly set you apart. Wearing them shows to your superiors and subordinates alike that you have been admitted to an exclusive group. You were selected for promotion, not only based on your past performance, but on your demonstrated potential for increased service and growth as a senior NCO. Our senior non-commissioned officers will continue to be held in high esteem only as long as we continue as a group to serve the Air Force with great distinction. Your new peers depend on your best. Your Air Force leaders expect your best, and your subordinates deserve your best. The oath you've sworn many times requires your best, and your country demands your best. Promotee, this is your charge. You are charged with being the epitome of excellence, professionalism, pride, and competence, serving as a role model for all airmen to emulate. You are charged with translating leaders' directions into specific tasks and responsibilities your teams understand and execute. You are charged with helping leaders make informed decisions. You are charged with being an active, visible leader, deliberately developing junior enlisted airmen, NCOs, fellow senior NCOs, and company grade officers into better followers, leaders, and supervisors. You are charged with supporting civilian and officer professional development by sharing knowledge and experiences. You are charged with a special obligation and responsibility to ensure the Air Force retains a climate and culture of dignity and respect as outlined in Air Force Policy Directive 1, Air Force Culture. Master Sergeant Dickens, do you accept this charge?
I do.
Thank you, Sergeant First Class Merrell. Master Sergeant Dickens, the floor is yours.
So I think first and foremost is I have to thank everybody within the EMDP2. There's been many of you guys that have taken your time out of your day to quit studying from the MCAT and taking your time away from your families and, you know, put those resources and time into putting this all together. It's definitely a unique promotion ceremony. Haven't seen one done like this, but I think it just kind of shows the brotherhood that, you know, the military provides between the Navy, Army, the Air Force, and our sole Marine that we have within our department. So again, thank you for taking your time. I'd like to also thank the leadership that has taken their time out of their day. I know that you guys have plenty of duties and responsibilities, and taking your time out of your day for this is greatly appreciated. With entering the senior enlisted ranks, one thing that they always talk about is the capacity to lead. And what capacity leads to me really means is that a leader needs to provide the spark, kind of provides a position to drive their followers. And I think a way to do that is to really trust the system, and then not always trust the system. Provide a way for your subordinates to have an outlet for them to provide their concerns, and always have an answer for them. If you don't have an answer for them or provide an answer later on down the road, they're not going to come back to you for that. Those things are simple, but yet not always easy to do. And I think lastly that I need to do is I need to thank my wife and my family, because my wife is really my MVP in all this and helps me stay grounded and supports me in any way possible. So thank you for everybody that's done this and put their time and effort into this. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Sergeant Dickens. Lieutenant Khavrutskii, would you like to say a few words?
Good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Good morning, everyone. It is great. It's my great pleasure and honor to be at the ceremony. Thank you for the invitation. I am extremely. When I say I represent the team, Tech Sergeant Howard is still trying to get into the meeting. I know she's been battling those technical difficulties. So it's our team, EMDP2 Command Team, that I represent. We are proud of this accomplishment. I know that getting the chevron means a lot, and this is probably one of the most significant promotions in the airman career. Now that you're joining the senior NCO ranks, the select group, and transitioning from the more supervisor technical kind of expertise to leadership role. So that's where you're getting more responsibilities, and in a way you're moving towards becoming, starting to lead in. I hope you will be able to repeat this transition when you've maxed out your technical skills in the EMDP2 program as well, and successfully got accepted into a medical school and are able to get commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Air Force. So that would be a repeat in a way of what you've accomplished now. And I really do hope that that happens for you, and that you continue to enjoy the support of your family, your wife and the children. So With that, I really wish you all the best in assuming this new role and leading your peers. So welcome, and that's all I had to say.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Green, at this time, would you care to say a few words?
Yes, thank you. So first, thank you for the invitation. This year has been unique in so many ways. This is the first time that we've had to transition to distance learning because of what we are facing in the country with the COVID-19 situation. And all of you have responded in a great fashion. It just shows the resilience that the military has taught you, that you brought to this program. It's also the first time that we've had an Air Force member be promoted to the rank of Master Sergeant since we started this program. So Master Sergeant Keenan, you're leading the way in that regard. All of the services have different promotion policies for members who enter the EMDP2. And for Air Force members, if they do not have a promotion line number when they report to the program, then they don't have an opportunity to be promoted after they're selected for EMDP2. So for any of you who are promoted while you're in this program, this is certainly your last promotion in the enlisted ranks. So I know it's kind of bittersweet for you, but making it to the rank of the grade of E7 as an enlisted member is a tremendous accomplishment. So be proud of that. We are very proud of you. And thank you for allowing me and the rest of us at USU to be part of your accomplishment. And Michelle, thank you for supporting our airmen. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Green. In the spirit of building warrior ethos, Master Sergeant Dickens will be reciting the Airman's Creed. Fellow Air Force members, unmute your mics if you'd like to join.
I am an American airman. I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am American. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I'm faithful
to our heritage, tradition of honor, and legacy of valor.
I am an American airman. Guardian of freedom
And justice, my nation's sword and shield, its entry and avenger. I defend my country and my life.
I am an American airman.
Wing
leader,
warrior.
I'll never leave an enemy behind.
I will not fail.
will not fail.
We will now have the playing of the Air Force song.
Go into the climbing high. Hey.
To conclude today's ceremony, Master Sergeant Dickens will open his gift from fellow EMDP2 classmates of Cohort 6. Thank you for joining us and congratulating Master Sergeant Dickens on his promotion. You may now unmute yourselves to congratulate our promotee.
Congrats, Keenan. Congratulations, Master Sergeant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
It's hard work.
Oh my gosh.
You taped it good.
Hold on, this tastes really good.
Uh-oh, what happened? Is he doing push-ups? Oh, very
Easy. Love it. Again, I just want to say thank you. I know there are some members of the EMD that put together a lot of time and effort for me, and I am truly blessed to be associated with them.